We got it in. It was a good practice. Thought everybody's focus was good. Just caught a good window of time. Got a little bit of rain at the end, but not bad. So we got it done. It was good. May I have a question?
It's an old refrain, but I mean, talk about needing a indoor practice facility. It's like I don't know how many days of rain you got.
Yeah, we had a bunch.
It's been incredible.
Well, and you know, when we put the field turf down out there, I really seriously considered putting grass down there because I knew, I know we'd rather be on the grass if we can. But I was like, you know, if you get rain, you just got to have that field turf. And this year, I mean, we've really used it probably every day for the last month, except for maybe 2 practices. The ryegrass got to growing good and look good, but it's just real slick. But yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be nice when we get it. Anybody else?
Coach, you talked about rope on Smith on Monday.
Yeah.
Following the show and then evening non-contact. What's kind of his status? I know it's an important specialty with you guys.
Yeah, he is. I think by tomorrow he'll be in a non-contact. I mean, in a normal jersey, able to practice. Unless something happened that I didn't see, he should be able to. And he was okay to practice today in the non-contact jersey, so it wasn't like he was just standing around. Now he might have. I don't know how much the coaches put him in. Spent most of my time on the offensive field, but he was able to practice without contact today, which is fairly common coming off of the concussion symptoms. I'm sorry? I think it was opening, might have been opening kick. It was early. Anyway, it was early anyway, yeah. Yeah, they're all different. You go by symptoms more than time. Yeah.
Reggie Davis was not for a week on the open kickoff in the phone, but
I don't know if it was, I don't know if there was an injury or he was banged up as much as the ball came out, and that was part of it. But I'll be honest with you, I don't think he had an injury that was keeping him out of the game. I don't think it was. Pike's trying. He didn't get any work. I don't know if he might have got a little work in some fundamental work or something like that, but I don't know if he got any teamwork today. Well, I think he'll be able to play. Whether or not he'll be just an emergency backup, or whether or not the coach feel good enough to give him a role in there every so often, I'm not sure of that yet. But my guess is, I mean, he won't be starting, but whether or not he'll play, I guess I think tomorrow will tell a lot. That's how we've been practicing this week. Hunter and Cabano at guard, and Colton at guard, and Diaz and Isaiah tackles.
Team is obviously important for all teams, but do we carry a little more weight for some of the guys that don't get a lot of recognition in the scout team or those first team kind of guys?
Well, I think it's nice to honor everybody for what they've done, and the fans don't really get to know the guys that are on the scout team or the guys that don't play a lot, but they do a great service to our program, and they're a very integral part of us having success with just what they do on those scout teams. And yeah, it's kind of a thankless job. It's not a thankless job, because I know I thank them all the time. I think their teammates do. I think the coaches do, but there's not a lot of public praise for it or fan awareness of it. I try to mention them as often as I can, but we do need them. And you know, this night coming up Saturday is huge as far as recognizing them, and then our senior awards banquet, our gala event, is really big on honoring our seniors. So it's a big night for them on that night as well. I'm sorry? I can't remember what we were in the last series of the game, to be honest with you. I don't remember. I'll go look for you. Tell you tomorrow, maybe. I'll tweet it out, maybe. Tweet out the last. Remind me, Claude. I'll tweet the last offensive line group. Yeah, last series. Dyson at guard. I don't remember. I was going to be guessing Dyson, but I'll look at the tape and we'll tweet it out. You got anything else?
Coach, what was your impression with the way Grayson Lambert handled being benched and then being brought back?
Very
How
good.
do you think he handled that?
Very good. All of our QBs that have had any playing time and then had it taken away or whatever it was, I think they've all kept their focus and have been working hard and have not been crying or moping around and knowing that, you know, it may come around again. And I thought Grayson handled it very well.
After the Florida game, you guys decided to, or what was the discussion in scaling back from the up-tempo, no huddle?
Well, I'm trying to think. The last two games we huddled. If you're no huddling and you're scoring, it's good stuff. But if you're no huddling and you're not getting enough first downs and you're not getting enough points on the board, you probably should huddle. Not only to slow that down a little bit, but also there were times when we weren't even like a missed signal or whatever it was. We just had enough little things here and there. We said, you know what, we're going to get in the huddle. We're going to make sure everybody hears the play. We're going to make sure everybody hears the cadence. We're going to make sure everybody knows what to do. We're going to get to that line of scrimmage. We're going to make sure everybody knows who the mic is and all that good stuff, and let's just execute better. And I think it's helped us.
So I was going to ask, when George and George, I guess the one person kind of ties it all together is Coach Russell.
Yes.
I mean, what do you remember about us? And I think you had him come up here a couple of times.
We did. Early on, we were very excited about learning about Georgia tradition, and you can't talk about Georgia football without talking about Coach Russell, and you know, he was gracious enough to come visit us when we asked him to come and just talk about junkyard dogs. And he gave us a nice dissertation of where Gata came from, and that was pretty cool. And he made a great impression on us, and we, you know, thankfully we videoed it, and we've been able to use it over the years as well.
Which, technology is amazing that's entered into football now.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly, I hear about all kinds of sports medicine stuff, data that you guys have, GPSs,
Mm-hmm.
and all these things. How much are you coaches paying attention to the data that you
Right.
get out of these things? I mean, just
Yeah.
what are your
Well,
thoughts
I
about it?
think we've got the GPS chips or whatever you call them. You put them in the back of their jerseys. We got a little pouch sewn on the back of the jerseys, and we'll slip them in there, and then we can just gauge how many feet they ran that day, or how many yards they ran that day. Excuse me. You know, how fast was their top end speed, and then there's another gauge of kind of a workload where the linemen may be, you know, a little bit different when they're just physically getting after people. And to be honest with you, we look at it every day, but this is kind of almost a fact-finding year, and you know, we really don't have anything to compare it to. But we are able to see. It's interesting. You'll see a guy maybe exerting more energy or running at top end speed more times than other guys, and you wouldn't think that by just watching practice. And sometimes guys are just more efficient in their movement. You know, they don't look like they're moving as fast, but they really are. Some guys maybe don't look like they're working as hard, but they really are. So you learn some things from it, and you know, in the spring we'll have a much better gauge of how much is too much in a practice and things of that nature. But we should try to learn from it.
One more, because I Keith Marshall. He was kind of limping around a little bit yesterday.
He was better. I don't know if he's not 100%, but he was a lot better today than yesterday. It was kind of painful watching him yesterday, because he was hobbling around a little bit. But when I looked at him today early in practice, I said, you must feel better because you look a whole lot better. So he's getting closer to being ready, and I'm thinking he'll be ready to go. But again, it's different to go versus a scout team compared to going full speed in the game. So we'll see if he's ready or not. But he looks a lot better today. All right, thanks. And thanks for the hot chocolate. It's starting to cool down here a little bit.
Scalding the tongue.